Welcome to Watch It or Don't. I'm Matt here with Kat, and if you've clicked this link, then that means you want to watch the spoiler version of our review for Captain America Civil War. So, I gotta tell you,
this is gonna have spoilers.
Yeah, a lot of spoilers.
Right.
Don't watch this if you want to go in fresh, because we're going to tell you the biggies. Anyway, so Captain America Civil War
comes out May 6th.
May 6th. We got to see it 3 weeks in advance. It's amazing. All the reviews you're reading about it being great. It matches all those expectations. You've heard that in our regular review. We're going to try to jump into some of the spoilers right away. SpiderMan, fantastic. I think this guy is better than all the previous Spider-Mans. Please don't crucify me for saying that. I know there's some people out there that love like Tobey Maguire and
like Andrew Garfield,
even
though those
can't
movies
remember
were
his
horrible.
name. I hate those ones with a passion. But this new guy, fantastic. His quips are the banter that you've always wanted.
Well, it's cool because you can
Spider-Man.
In the very beginning, you meet him because Iron Man shows up at his house, and so you get to see him right from there. So like the first witty banter you see is Iron Man and Spider-Man, which is
as he's putting the moves on Aunt May, of course, which is
so perfect.
Something you've always wanted to see. I'm sure
it's classic.
So then they go into Peter's room, and he shows him these YouTube videos, basically like, "Hey, this is you.
I know who you are.
I know who you are.
And I know what you're doing, and you need a better costume."
You do.
So
he does end up giving him a new suit. He is impressed with Peter's web shooter fluid because he invented that himself. So he was impressed that this kid can do this.
So super cool to just be able to see Spider-Man just like with the Avengers, because
you've always wanted
to, and then you see him standing there with all of them, and you're just like.
And while he's fighting Captain America's team, because he starts out on Iron Man's team, I shouldn't even say that. A lot of people have been asking, does Spider-Man switch sides? Because he does it in the comic version of Civil War. He does not switch sides. He stays on Iron Man's team throughout the entire film.
Right.
And he helps, he really puts the hurt on Captain's team. He's a major player. They don't make him less powerful. I know some people were worried about that. I think he's at the peak of his game, just untrained maybe.
Yeah, so
that would be
when he gets his own movie, and when we see more of him, it's going to be so cool to see where they take him from here.
Also, I was going to mention, if you think it's odd that we're whispering a little bit, our cameraman has not seen the movie yet, and we're trying not to ruin it for him. We made him wear these big, ridiculous headphones. Just thought I'd throw that in there if you're curious. Why are they whispering? Anyway, moving on. So, Spider-Man's hilarious to watch during these battles. That being said, on Captain America's team, we have AntMan interacting with these superheroes for the first time as well.
So cool.
Totally different type of humor. I mean, it's Paul Rudd, but that alone, to watch him do that, and of course, Giant Man.
Yeah.
A lot of people are curious, how does he do that? He said he's only used this giant power once, and he passed out. So he's really taking a chance when using it.
Right.
It's fantastic.
But all the fight sequences in this movie are perfect.
Absolutely.
You get the perfect amount of time with each character, and you get like the perfect moments with all of their powers. So you get to see like Ant-Man going into the Iron Man's suit, which is like super
something you've
cool,
always wanted to see. Black Panther's also a brand new character, and people were curious about him. Like, what's that all about? They handle his character perfectly. Not too much background,
but just enough to know like why he's doing what he's doing.
One cool thing, I don't know if they've shown in any of the trailers. I'm pretty up to date on, but I don't think they have. His claws are sort of retractable and give you the idea of like Wolverine a little bit.
Right.
And he's all vibranium. People were complaining about Spider-Man looking CGI. He looks great in this. If anything, I think maybe Black Panther a little bit looked a little CGI-ish, but that's just because he's all one single color. Right. And when he runs really fast, it's kind of blurry. Again, I need to see it again. I can't wait to see it again.
We already have tickets to see it again.
Yeah, I can't believe I have to wait 3 weeks to see this movie again, because one of the things, it's really funny. Like, it's got I know you don't think of it as being funny because they're saying it's so dramatic and all that stuff. Yeah. It's got a lot of great jokes, and you're going to be nerding out and clapping and making so much noise that you're going to need to see it probably 3 more times just to hear all of the dialogue.
Well, and because especially if you're already freaking out about the dialogue between all of them and the witty banter and everything, and then they throw a Star Wars joke in.
Oh yeah, they swung for the fences when it comes to nerd jokes. You're gonna like it. Any reference to nerd things, they know it, and Disney owns Star Wars, but still, that airport sequence you've seen in the trailers, You could watch that on loop for days.
Everything you ever wanted.
Another thing that we are going to try to spoil for you here, Baron Zemo. He's a brand new villain to this universe. If you're used to Baron Zemo or have always wanted that from the comics, he's very modern. He's not doing any of the mask. Not to say in the future he might not have one, but he's very modern. You can't call him Baron. He's not royal. And a lot of his motivations come from the
events that took
place in Sokovia. So yeah, it's amazing. One thing that people have been asking about, does anyone die in this movie? Captain America Civil War, having the name Civil War usually implies that in the comics, like how it was in the comics, Captain America dies. In this, he does not. Nobody dies. I know that's the running joke in the MCU is that nobody dies, but
nobody dies.
Nobody dies. Someone becomes paralyzed. I'm sure you can guess from the trailer who that is. But yeah, it's pretty crazy.
We do see
Winter Soldier have his arm completely ripped off, which is one of the most badass scenes in the movie.
Right.
But it's just nuts.
Yes.
Anyway, in the mid-credits scene, there's Captain America, Bucky, and Black Panther all together in Wakanda, and they're going to try to fix Winter Soldier up.
Right.
He's wearing sort of a patch over his broken arm, and Bucky thinks that the best thing for him is to be frozen again until he can get his mind together. And Black Panther agrees to help him, and that's kind of how the movie ends. The Avengers are disbanded, and that's it.
So since we saw a pre-screening that was 3 weeks in advance, we're not sure if we're going to get a second credit scene and end credit scene when the movie comes out on May 6th. Because for this screening, we just got a mid-credit scene.
I personally think it's going to be Doctor Strange. They just finished wrapping, and I'm sure they're trying to figure out what they're going to show or what they want it to be, and that could be at the very end.
Maybe.
Go see the movie. You're going to love it. If you have any more questions about this, feel free to message us in the comments, and I'll be sure to send you a private message so that I don't ruin it for anyone else.
Right.
As always, this is Watch It or Don't. I'm Matt here with Kat, and thanks for watching.